so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? In the field like.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team, between our visitors and the New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway in Foxborough. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the Heisman Trophy winner, as most of you know, and that's Baker Mayfield. That will carry for the fullback. This is Tommy Bohannon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. On 2nd and 9. Mayfield. James has got it. Complete. And some room to work. 33 yards that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, it's Brown, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Mayfield, and that's complete. It's Sims. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run. This is Brown. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Derwin James, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up from his safety spot to make the tackle. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Dawson's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Roethlisberger will throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, Charles, 18 of the 32 teams have now played 8 games, half their season. The other 14 will reach the midway point next week, so we'll save the midseason grades and awards until then. But
thank you. I like that.
We'll wait on that. But let's look at a few underperforming teams thus far that have played 8 games, and you tell me what you think their final record's going to be. Now, let's start with the Chargers at 3-5.
Big win in Chicago on Sunday. I like them to go 5-3 down the stretch, and that gives them 8 wins. Actually have them go 6-2. I think they're going to go 9-7.
Ooh, right there on the edge of the playoffs. Okay, let's stay in the AFC West. How about the Broncos at 2-6 right now?
I just don't see that offense improving. I think that they win 2 more games and go 4-12.
Okay. And Giants 2-6. They're underperforming.
Yeah, but their schedule really lightens up on the back end. They're playing hard. I'm going to give them 6 wins, 6-10.
Lastly, and I might duck under the table when you answer this one, the Falcons at 1-7.
Yeah, that's a tough one because I wonder about what's going to happen with their head coach. But I think they'll play better down the stretch. 4 wins, 4-12.
You're off the hot seat, my friend.
Thank you.
17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A very solid gain of 27. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run. Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Reed for a Patriots touchdown. Jordan Reed there to make the grab. And the Patriots have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First down, Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. An extra quarter comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, a dump off to Sims. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Patriots take over. Well, let's get back to our discussion earlier about the Patriots here as their offense comes on the field. I mean, they're 8-0.
Tom Brady will play in New England next year.
I know, you already mentioned that. You already mentioned that. They're 8-0, though, for the 3rd time in franchise history. But at Foxborough, they've won 20 straight games, including the playoffs. Good luck if you have to go there. So when is the loss? Is there going to be a loss this year for New England?
I think there will be. It's so hard to go undefeated. Remember, The Dolphins in 72. The Patriots, they took it all the way to, was that 2007 season, I believe, and went to the Super Bowl before they absorbed their first loss. I think it happens during the regular season. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule. At Baltimore, open week, at Philly, home for Dallas, at Houston, home for Kansas City. So if they're winning all their home games, let's throw those teams out. To me, at Baltimore.
And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but Sanders got it. Touchdown, New England. Emmanuel Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past it. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Partner, earlier I asked you about some teams that were underperforming so far. Well, right now, let's play a game arrow up, arrow down. I'll give you teams that are kind of in the middle of the pack. You tell me if they're going to go up or down second half of the season. Let's start with the Raiders at 3 and 4.
Arrow up. I think they're going to beat the teams they're supposed to beat, and they will beat someone good down the stretch.
Okay. Now, Jacksonville, they're 500 right now, 4 and 4.
Yeah, but their division is conducive to their arrow going up. Gardner Minshew playing well. Maybe Nick Foles comes back, and I like that defense.
Okay, the Lions got a win last week to get to 3-3-1. How about them?
Don't like their division. Minnesota, Green Bay within division. Unfortunately, arrow down.
Lastly, how about the Panthers, 4 and 3?
Defense is supposed to travel. That was a tough one in San Francisco last Sunday. Still think that will happen, and I do believe Cam Newton will come back this season. Arrow up.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Reed. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal, but you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line first.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. Well, we have a moment here after that incompletion, with it being Halloween week. Let's do something Halloween themed. Give me your 3 scariest defenses in the NFL.
Ooh, I love your theme. I like that.
Corny as ever.
Yeah, corny but good. All right, let's start with the Minnesota Vikings, because their ability to mix and match, how cohesive they are as a veteran unit, and big-time playmakers at every level. And Harrison Smith, the fixer, the guy can go up and down, backwards and forwards, and make plays for you. Number 2 for me, San Francisco. They could easily be number 1. The problem is New England is just outstriping everyone. But think about what San Francisco is doing. Youngsters up front, Guys in the back end, Richard Sherman having a career year, a rebirth type of a year. But New England giving up 6.7 points per game, or is it 7.6 points per game?
7.6.
7.6. I'm trying to make it even better than what it already is. But those Patriots, you can't really need...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield. Caught. It's Ellington. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a dump off here complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And the catch made by Hilton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Mayfield. Complete to Hilton. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. And again, it's Mayfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, the 20, 10, 5. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. He gets it to Sims, complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Mayfield now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Here's Mayfield, and that's complete. It's Ellington. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They come out here in the eye. They look to run it with Bohanna. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hand seam. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Looking to throw on second down. Vick, that'll be taken in by Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
Ready? 50-50. Mike 50. You don't see me in your nightmare, son. You don't see me.
They run on first down with Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. From just shy of midfield, Vick. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, it's Jackson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run it with Jackson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13, Vick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make this a second down. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. With that incompletion, let's take a quick peek ahead to Week 9, some of the intriguing games. First off, one that you're calling. How about the red-hot Vikings at the Chiefs? That's going to be fun.
That's going to be a blast, and I made a prediction last week that if the Chiefs lost to the Packers at home, if there is any way possible Patrick Mahomes would play against Minnesota, they're going to try their best to have him ready for that one. They need him. Hard to believe the Chiefs have lost 3 in a row at home.
How about the Sunday night game, too? Patriots-Ravens.
Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a ball game because the Patriots defense, historical proportions is what we're seeing from them. But here comes Lamar Jackson with his elusiveness at quarterback. That's going to be a blast to see how they game plan for his legs.
Bears and Eagles, those teams need that win.
Yeah, the Eagles got a huge one last week, going to Buffalo and winning against a stout defense. The Bears, once again, missing a field goal. That rears its ugly head. The Bears absolutely, positively have to have this one.
And then lastly, the game of the week, Jets-Dolphins.
Yeah, someone's got to win that one, right? And if I were the Jets, I'd be very concerned.
And McCaffrey working his way in for a New England touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dawson tacks on the point after. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And
he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Here's Michael Vick. It's caught by OBJ. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A first down throw coming for Vick. Gronkowski's got it. on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Vic now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stepping in and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Patriots have taken the lead. And the touchdown all set up by the big play, 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's, you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That throw by Vic, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Vic. Open man is Ross, complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Let's go. Let's do it.
That's it for the first. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for New England, and even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And here's a first down throw that's complete. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Here we go.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right, and he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll give it to Chubb, and Chubb is in for a Patriots touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Vick to throw it. Catch made there by Derby, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might... And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here where you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's caught. Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. It's complete to Lockett. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyler Lockett, 52 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to...
Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
230. 8.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Roethlisberger going to throw it. Left side complete to Lockett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Roethlisberger. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion.
Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New England Patriots.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, defense.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Check four.
On second down, here's Barkley. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. On 3rd down, Vick. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
I want to get your big picture thoughts on the Jaguars as their offense comes back out here. Because after that Week 8 win against the Jets, they're now 4-4. They've won 2 in a row. We talked about Gardner Minshew's play. They're going to London to face, who do they play? The Texans in Week 9. What do you think of this crew going forward?
They've got a chance. They've got a good chance. And I know they've got to chase down the Colts, but they get 2 games against the Colts later on this year. But now they've won 2 straight games, both of them since Jalen Ramsey got traded to the Rams. Now understand this, the team liked Jalen Ramsey. Within the locker room, no problem with it. But it's people like you and me, the media, asking them about what's going on with Jalen, what's happening. That's gone now. They just get to play. So I think this team will continue to elevate, and they will be a force down the stretch. Look out. In the AFC South, they will contend.
Them playing in London, by the way, 7th straight year they've played over there. So
they love to play there.
They do.
They love the ownership, has already told the NFL if there's a London game, they want to be involved.
And Vic's throw there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Okay, time for a league-wide tangent. Let's look at the divisions. I want you to hand out a bronze, silver, and gold medal for what you think are the top 3 divisions.
Okay, let's start with the AFC South because it's extremely competitive. I'm not sure who the best team is, I suspect Indianapolis, but everyone is within striking distance, and everyone you can make a case could win that division. Then I think we go for the silver, the NFC North. At one point this season, every one of their teams was above 500. Chicago's fallen off the pace a little bit. Detroit has as well. But Minnesota, Green Bay, that's going to be a heck of a fight to the finish. And finally, the best division to me, the NFC West. Okay, who's going to win it? Right now, it looks like San Francisco. They're still undefeated, of course, and they're playing great defense. Seattle, very much in the fight. And, of course, the L.A. Rams seem to be getting their groove back. And guess what? Arizona, they're not as miserable as we thought.
Yeah, they're 3-4. The AFC South, though, that's the interesting one because you're right. Nobody is below 500, but nobody has more than 5 wins. They are all, as you said, stacked right there together. Eluding the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Vick. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The Sanders has got it complete. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down. Roethlisberger now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's got the first down here inside the 30. So 2 quarters down. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check was still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
They'll try to throw it here. Vic. And that's going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agree with me. That's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. This is McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Over the middle, complete. That's Hope. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a run with McCaffrey. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Michael Vick in the offense. Down by 10. 43 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Here's Michael Vick. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing Vick. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it? I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hope. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. Vick to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Vic to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One last shot for Michael Vick. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business, I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright, I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job.
Hey everybody, it's the coach here in Orlando, getting you set for this edition.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. There's the 8-time Pro Bowler Marvin Harrison. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott now. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. An early task. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got him in. It's Harrison. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Prescott rolling to his left. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now Prescott. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. No score after one on EA Sports.
They are, however, facing a fourth down situation.
Butker's kick here is good.
And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Like 80!
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught, Lockett. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
We coming all day. Here we go. Like 80.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This complete to Lockett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. And that's complete to Sanders. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Sanders got it. Touchdown, New England.
A 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Patriots have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Money looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Tennessee Titans 4-4 after their Week 8 victory that we discussed earlier over Tampa Bay. And as their offense comes back out here, CD, let's look right now at where they are at 4-4, because they're in the thick of things in what is an interesting division in the AFC South.
Everyone's bunched up, right? Who has the most wins? Indianapolis at 5?
Yeah.
So no one is running away with the division. All these teams feel like they can beat each other. And I think with Tannehill now taking the reins, playing better at the quarterback position, that allows that defense that many were talking top 10, top 5 coming into the season to really play better, a little more relaxed. Although Tennessee almost blew the Tampa game with the fake field goal with Brett Kern. Not the most athletic guy running the football. And then Devin Smith, he really whacked him. Ball came out, but luckily for the Titans, a quick whistle killed the play and caused Tampa Bay a score.
Now, next up for Tennessee, at Carolina and then home to the Chiefs before their open week. So a couple of good tests coming up for Tennessee. First half in the books. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. McCaffrey. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're back now in KC. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, They've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here we go.
So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 7. A minute 54 on the clock. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. He'll look to throw. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Back to throw.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Back to throw. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. 15 yards on the play, first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Prescott.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now Prescott. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 1. Prescott. They'll roll him out. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And we may very well be headed to overtime. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Let him know.
Here's Roethlisberger. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, exit. 54. Mike 54.
Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger throws right side, and that's complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He completes it to Jones. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Time to bring the bass bird. Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that don't make sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans.
The coach here, welcoming you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype? Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
They'll start here with Jackson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. From the 29, Mahomes, his throw incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And some strong running. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
And a tackle there by Quan Alexander. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. On third down, Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Holt. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Jordan Reed has it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. Steps, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And Roethlisberger with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Dawson tacks on the point after.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Football going back to the Saints here. You know, we touched on Drew Brees returning for Teddy Bridgewater in Week 8. And now the Saints at 7-1 for a 2nd straight year. And I don't care who's at quarterback right now. Either one of those guys seems to be able to operate this offense, Charles. But with Brees doing it going forward, you got to feel really good about the New Orleans Saints.
Especially the way that he came back. So impressive. And the next 4 games after their open week in Week 9, all in the division. This is where we're going to really find out about things with them. Home against Atlanta, at Tampa Bay, home for Carolina, then they go to Atlanta on Thanksgiving night. I think it looks favorable for them. But how about the organization of the Saints, head coach Sean Payton saying, you know something? Paying big money for a backup quarterback could prove valuable. It worked out for the Eagles. They won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles. Could Teddy Bridgewater be the guy you look back on and say, he saved our season?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. That's complete to Sharp. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now here's Mahomes. He's got his man Sharp complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And to give this time to the tailback. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And that's complete to Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after...
And McCaffrey working his way in for a New England touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Mahomes now to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got...
Hello, everybody. Coach here, welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and our home team. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Now the Hall of Famer, this is Gale Sayers. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A run at Sayers right side. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Sayers. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
From the red zone now, Goff. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Black 20. Alert, alert. Hey, check. Black 21.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Roethlisberger. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Here we go.
They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now Roethlisberger.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. The open man is Clark, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
12 more yards there and another first down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 4 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun. Gone. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Well, Charles, switching gears on a bit of a sad note. On Tuesday, October 22nd, Willie Brown passed away. Willie Brown, 16 seasons in the NFL. First 4 for the Broncos and then the final 12 as an Oakland Raider.
Man, just think about his career. Hall of Fame 1984, 9-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. And let's face it, the lasting image we'll have of him as a player, that interception for Fran Tarkenton in the Super Bowl. The old man, Willie Brown, taking it all the way back, 75 yards against the Vikings for a touchdown. The Raiders won Super Bowl 11. I had the pleasure of getting to know Willie Brown over the years. And when I tried out for the Dallas Cowboys, we scrimmaged the Raiders at one point. And Willie Brown came over to me and had some nice things to say to me, which was really pretty cool coming from a man of his stature and a man of his ability. And I'll treasure those nice words forever.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Goff throwing again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
3rd and 2, Goff. And he completes it to Cohen. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. To the air again. Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Dwayne Allen, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That is caught by Cohen. So we've hit intermittent. Well, that came a little abruptly here. So working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield.
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game. 15
yards on the play. First down.
Ready? Black 80.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. It's caught. Block it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Bobby Wagner leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now this throw caught left side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. He's got Lockett. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
1st down, a run with Cohen. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Again, it's Cohen, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's a nice running right there. That's what got.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So Jared Goff in the offense. Down 14-7, 56 seconds to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost.
And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Roethlisberger to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help it.
The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here, as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Passing, it's Dalton.
Doubling this guy has to be a problem.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
We got this.
So here are the Patriots now backed up a bit to start their first drive. They'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
54. Check.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for New England. 46 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now a run with McCaffrey. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job is a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Dalton completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Miller, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies them to get set. Throwing on 2nd down. Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And this one complete to Reed. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now it's Roethlisberger. Left side complete to Lockett. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And Sanders has got it complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Emmanuel Sanders in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Dawson tacks on the point after. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
This is taken at the 3. Time for an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Sanders. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Easy.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Here we go. 230. It's a gain of 5. 90 is the money. You go tight.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 91. 91 is the money. Mike 91. Check back.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger.
Hey, one day, switch gears.
Second down and goal. Roethlisberger. Sanders got it. Touchdown, New England. Emmanuel Sanders. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Dalton.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akeem Talib. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout?
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 2nd and inches, Dalton. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I'd say
just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Skirt right off on the curb like I'm baby.
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
it's a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl. The Pats and Panthers are underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You gotta get the ball until you get the ball right here. Let's go. Ready?
From the gun, it's Carr. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Like 80. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Switch.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Reggie White, what a force. Got back there for the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The sack by Julius Peppers.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
18 Gator. Bring it. Hey, check 24.
McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 6-yard touchdown run. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity, and we finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now, pass complete here to Sanders.
We got this. Let's go.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kevin Green. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they need it for several reasons, especially because into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
picked off by Mike Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Carr. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals, because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change? I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up. We'll see if and now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Now it's Roethlisberger. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out. Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Carr to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Carr now to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
A 52-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And we're back now in Charlotte. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. And no room to maneuver there. Give them a yard up to the 47. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard.
Hey, it's the coach in our Tiburon Studios in Orlando. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the New England Patriots.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first down throw coming for Vic. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
From the 29, Roethlisberger.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's go.
Roethlisberger will throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Darnell Dockett. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Let's go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles to the receiver.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain there of 21 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll throw again. Here's Vick. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. It'll be Vick once more. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more...
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Hey, alert.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
Here we go. Black 20. Let's go, defense.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Rolling to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. Ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Oakland gets ready here to get the football back, and this is a team that sits at 3-4 through 8 weeks of the season. 3-point loss at Houston in Week 8, Charles. It was one of the better games of Week 8, back and forth throughout, the Raiders ultimately falling to drop to 3-4, though, on the season. Where do they go from here? I'll tell you what, within their division, they're right within striking distance.
They certainly are, and let's give this team a little bit of their due. They've essentially been on the road the bulk of this season, including one game in London where they kind of started Chicago on their tailspin. So now they're home for the bulk of November. Home dates against Detroit, the Chargers, and Cincinnati. They've got a chance to really be a factor in the AFC West if they win all 3 of those.
A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great...
Now a hit and a loose football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the 1st half of play. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Darnell Dockett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, it's caught, Lockett. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's got Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger.
Slant route's effective.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Patriot, Ty Law. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Vick over the middle, complete. That's Holt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. McCaffrey on the counter. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll try to throw it here. Vick, he'll buy some time right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So Ben Roethlisberger and the offense down by 10. A minute 54 on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. Here's Roethlisberger. And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Vic now from the 50. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And, of course, this win, a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown, because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. They're not going to walk out of here with a trophy today, but they will walk out with respect.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Living up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that.
Oh, no, I can't be number 2. MVP, the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots.